UFC, post fights and thoughts. Let's get into it, man. From the bottom to the tip. Y'all already know how we do this. Frank Yeager versus Jair Rodriguez. Okay, so after the BJ Penn fight, it got announced that he was fighting Frank Yeager, which kind of blew my mind because you would think that they would give him a striker, right? Beating BJ Penn, okay, one thing. BJ Penn, he was out. He was way past his peak. Still respect him for going in there, but Frankie Yeager, dog, like come on, man. Basically, this match went the way I thought it would be. Frankie Yeager, being the shorter one, he would try to shoot for the takedown, where set it up or just go for it, which is exactly what he did in round one. He got the takedown, and then from there, just proceeding to just working his will on Yair Rodriguez. At the end of the fight, looked like Yair got out the fourth or fifth round, right? The fifth round, right? So second round goes down, and I believe we see more Yair's kicks. I believe he did like a combo punch. He set it up and did like spinning kick to Frank Yeager's chest. Again, dope shit from Yair, but it's Frank Yeager. He's been there, done that. He has the most hours in the octagon, which still to this day I still don't even get. Takes him down to the ground, and again proceeds just beating his ass. Ground and pound nasty. Got the elbows too, and and basically what happens is so much of an ass whooping that they have to stop it because Jair's eye isn't even there anymore. It's so swollen that they had to dig into the swollen part just to find the eye. You feel me? Doctor looks at it, decided to just cut the fight, which was the smart decision. Usually they kind of make sketch ass bum decisions, but that was a good one. But of course, me and my friends were like, yo man, keep that shit going. He's good. So awesome for Frank Yeager to win that fight. I hope this puts him closer to the contender shot. Whether he'll face whoever wins. Aldo versus Holloway. Most likely Holloway, since he lost to Aldo at 200. Or if they'll just pit him against, Cub too, and then they'll fight to see, who gets a shot. And also respect to Yair too, just for staying in there. And then still, hunting for the kill, with that leg lock submission, which at one point looked like it did connect it. Looked like it was applied. Maia and Masvidal. Dog, you talking about a specialist just imposing his will. And I was looking at the tweets of Ben Askren, he said that too. It's like, what he's gonna do. I mean, you can have you have a long range game, but what he's gonna do, and he still fucking does it. First round, 75-25, 75 to Maia because he was looking for the takedowns, and he did get them, and basically he became what they called the human backpack, where he just had the body triangle on the entire time and just imposing his will and dominating him. Masvidal, he was keeping his composure, doing everything right, and then the 25 would go to Masvidal because towards the end of the first round, I believe the body lock got broken and Masvidal got out of it, and then he hurt Maia bad. He looked like he hurt Maia bad, and it looked like for a second that Masvidal was going to win it. Because he had basically like 25 seconds, and then he was just like beating the will out of him, and then from there, obviously Maia just had to survive, which brought us into round 2 and round 3. Again, good attempts from Maia for the takedowns. I say good attempts because Masvidal, he did stuff most of them. I don't know if it's most of them, technically, but he did stuff a lot of them. Even though Maia, he got the body lock triangle again, and good shit too for like the half guard, because I believe he had the body triangle, got out of it, Masvidal, and then scoot himself to get half guard. Damian Maia did, and then transition that into a takedown. That was fucking a beautiful display of jiu-jitsu. Also, from Masvidal, it was good leg chops as well. And I thought he was going to try to win the round through that, just take the legs out of him. I thought it was going to be via TKO, from for the prelims of the heavyweight fight. If anyone saw that, homeboy could barely even walk. I thought that was going to be a TKO, and I thought Masvidal was going to try to, go for the same thing since it looked like Damian Maia was taking a lot of damage from his leg kicks as well. In addition, you got to think, all that energy that's being utilized into, the body triangle. Good shit from Maia. He ended up winning by split decision. I can see split decision, but I wouldn't put it on paper. But yeah, this is definitely his time, dude. He shouldn't have gotten Masvidal. He should have been fighting for the title now, but they gave him Masvidal. He beat him, and his next fight should just be the title, bar none. Respect to Game Brad too, because he didn't go to sleep. You know, he didn't tap. He stood in there, and you know, round one, you know, he was close, and he was using like good leg kicks too. Yeah, so he whipped him his ass as well, and he stuffed his takedowns. You know, Game Bread's still nasty. And JJ versus Andrade, Joanna, aka the five-time strawweight champion. This match, it was a lot of leg kicks. That easily was the base for her strikes, because like easy it was like 40 strikes, you know, around, and like a lot of the miles it went towards leg kicks. It was a good takedown attempts from Andrade and good control. And I thought that Andrade, you know, I hope she would get in close, and then I figured she could probably, you know, counter if JJ decided to use the snap kick too. I figured she would catch that and then try to use that to take her to the ground too. But then again, like I mentioned in my last video when I was talking about JJ, her takedown defense is so dope, and we saw it again tonight. And round two, you know, it seemed that Andrade, you know, was gassed out. I don't think she was gassed out. She has to compete with that reach, because I thought it was a 3-inch reach too. No, I'm gonna say 2. I think it was a 3-inch disadvantage. You know, JJ was still utilizing her strikes, leg kicks as well. You know, the 1-2 was nice, and then that jumping leg kick was dope too, and especially the one. You know, now we're going into rounds 3 and 5 to where she landed a leg kick, and then I believe Andrade went for a leg kick of her own, fully committed, and then like JJ still got the leg again. So it was like 2 in like 1 second. That was fucking beautiful as well. It was a good range, you know, too. It seemed like, you know, round 1 and 2, you know, she was kind of staying in the pocket, or not really like focusing on range much. Obviously she was, but in rounds 3 and 5, you know, you could see her, you know, utilizing the jab distance, you know, just keeping her away, keeping Andrade away, so that she can utilize her tools and at her range. So that, you know, again, that was awesome to see. And then again, you know, at times, you know, JJ, you know, she did go in close, because it seemed like when Andrade trying to pull off something, you know, JJ was utilizing control against her, pushing her against the cage. So, you know, even though obviously, you know, she's a dope ass fucking striker, but you know, it seemed like, you know, on the come up, you know, on the snake tip, you know, she's still, you know, do a little close combat, you know, utilizing good control, clinch control, especially, you know, going to the cage as well. So on the come up, and she's not just becoming this one-dimensional person. So, you know, for jiu-jitsu, like, I think that's building up to, you know, because you know, before I think she started using submission against Claudia, you know, that didn't work. You know, she's slowly building that up, and you got to think too that the more that it seems like she knows that she's winning, she's not only she having more time to train, she's having more time with her grappling as well for her weaknesses. JDS Stipe Miocic. I thought this round was gonna be 5 rounds. I thought what JDS was going to do was like utilize the body shots more, like what he did against Ben Rothwell, and possibly more head movement too. And that would make sense, you know, because you see that, you know, Stipe, you know, has knockout power, knocked out Overeem. I thought that was going to be the case. In addition, you know, keep his range too, you know, from Stipe's takedowns, but that didn't seem to be the case. But still, you know, props to JDS. You know, he was hurting him with that calf kick. You know, I say calf kick because obviously it was going towards the calf, versus, you know, going towards the leg or like the shin kick. And then early on, you know, he was being damaged to where he was walking kind of funny. If he would continue to use that and then like come forward or just, you know, hold his own, perhaps it could have went a different way. Maybe, you know, Stipe would have got out of round 1 fine, but then, you know, obviously switch up the game plan and then go from there. Instead, it seemed like JDS was putting himself in danger. I don't know if that was part of the plan to like have Stipe, you know, commit, and then JDS, you know, take advantage from there. But it seemed that wasn't the case. You know, doesn't seem to be the case. Obviously, you know, Stipe, you know, he had JDS against the back of the cage. You know, got a couple strikes off, and eventually clipped him. And then, you know, a couple shots later, that's it. Respect to both of them, especially for Stipe Miocic, for Stipe. And you gotta think too, because at one point Dana White said he didn't want to give him a title shot, or he had to be more exciting. And now, fast forward, he's tied with the most consecutive title defenses. So all I gotta do is just win one more, and he's the only heavyweight to defend it the more times than any other previous heavyweight champion. Funny how that goes, right? Thank you very much, guys, for listening to my UFC 211 post thoughts and analysis. Talk to you guys soon. And, of course, Tonez the Prince, TonezThePrince.com, Wiz IE, River Valley, Joshua King. It was his birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, dog, if you're seeing this. Cannon, too. They're all working on some shit in the lab. Again, the links are going to be in the description, dog. I'm trying to get this as fast as I can, because I don't have a battery to where it has more. I basically have like a 15 minutes, so I'm trying to get everything wrapped up into one ball, and it seems like I'm doing all right so far. JBTV offline.